Welcome to enVisioning Success, the weekly podcast where Laura Di Benedetto and Julia Becker-Collins share tips, suggestions, and stories to help you succeed in business. In today's episode, we discuss the post-acquisition process and the steps you can take to ensure a successful integration, such as utilizing long-term consumer data, merging marketing efforts, maximizing consolidation, and advertising to established audiences. And now, here's Laura and Julia.
Hello, and welcome back to enVisioning Success. I'm Laura Di Benedetto, joined by Julia Becker-Collins. The show is lovingly sponsored by Vision, because we're awesome. And, 25 years of kicking ass and helping people get customers easier and faster. Hey, it's our gift to you. So please enjoy the show.
Hey!
Please enjoy the show with our deepest regards. We really hope that you get a lot out of this. It's really awesome marketing education for free in bite-sized doses. So we like to keep the show fun, stupid, sometimes, especially with my humor, and always educational and help you to laugh while you learn. So this whole month, we're talking about acquisitions. Either someone wants to acquire your company or you want to acquire another one. Today, we're going to be talking about integrating and scaling after you acquire.
Mm-hmm.
So you bought a company. Dun, dun, dun. Now what?
Fair.
That's the big question. Now what? So we're going to be talking about how to actually handle this. Now, here's something interesting. Over the years, Vision has had lots of clients sell. And a lot of times when people sell their company, sometimes the buyer doesn't keep the marketing intact. And this can be sometimes for a good reason and sometimes not. Sometimes it's because they just think that marketing is stupid. Well, that's not awesome. My advice to you would be to, when you think about your acquisition journey, this is the advice I was literally giving a client earlier today. For the first little while, first of all, there's only just so much you can learn during the due diligence process, but during the actual ownership process, for the first little while, just sit back and watch.
Yep.
Just watch. See what's happening, then evaluate and make decisions. You really want to make good decisions. You want your marketing to work for you. You want to make sure that you're not in that group of people who are pissing away money 20 to 50%. You're not sure which 20 to 50% you're wasting. That sucks. So, all of this to say, there's many, many ways to really think about what your acquisition journey is going to look like. But before you even go to buy one, or if you're getting in the process and you're negotiating and you're kind of thinking about things, there's many things that you can ask before. But once you actually get in there, of course, we've got 5 tips for you where we're going to be talking about how we can actually help you to make good decisions and do something about the big fat now what. I feel like I need to just get a shirt that says now what,
I get that.
Put it in the got milk font.
I can't believe we drank so much milk after those ads.
Oh, it worked. Hey, marketing works. You know what was some great marketing? This is totally off topic, but not really. I got the mail the other day and there was an ad from Walmart Plus. And apparently now there's a new benefit of Walmart Plus. It's with Burger King. So it was this little flyer. It was 5.5 by 8.5, right? I opened it up and it was kind of one of those fat mailers. I was like, what's happening? It was more of the pieces of paper. Would you believe there was a co-branded Burger King crown inside the Walmart Plus mailer? Of course I put it on. I was like, this is amazing marketing. Amazing, especially for old farts like me that used to buy burgers at Burger King and wanted the crown when I was a kid.
Nice.
Did you get the crown too? Or is it just me?
You didn't eat fast food.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't my dietary staple, but it was fun once in a while.
No, it sounds great. I wouldn't call my childhood fun. So.
No. Well, Burger King was actually my first job.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. And one of my tasks, I had many different jobs. I used to work the register. I used to do the burgers and the this and that. I learned quite a bit about burger construction and whatnot. But I also got to put all the crowns together and you had to stack them up because little kids would come through. Can I have a crown? Yes.
Yep.
So, good marketing. It's irreplaceable. So
nice.
Pro tip, when you first get into the business, don't do anything for 90 days.
Yep. I agree. We've definitely had clients that got bought out and whoever bought them didn't do their due diligence and didn't even know that they had a marketing contract. And B, once they discovered they had one, they wanted to get rid of all external vendors within the first 2 days of owning things and didn't spend those 90 days. And obviously, I think we do an amazing job, but also maybe take a beat and figure out what's working. And, maybe before you buy, see what contracts you're buying while you're at it.
Yeah, that's pretty important. I think sometimes, businesses will not be sold in such a way that they understand that they're actually purchasing the liabilities of that business as well. So if you buy the business entity, you buy in all the contracts that it's beholden to.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing just an asset sale, the liabilities are actually disposed of. So keep that in mind when you're acquiring. Could be that you have some really great marketing in place and you don't want to, throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm a huge fan of saving money, but people make the huge mistake of thinking, oh, I'm going to cut my legs out from underneath me. That'll be a good decision.
Yep.
Don't do that. So just sit tight for the first 90 days. That's not even part of the top 5 tips, but that is probably the precursor to everything. The now what, believe it or not, is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just observe for 90 days and see what's going on and actually learn how to be in that business.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to be the owner of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's dive into these. And if Julia, you want to take the first one, that would be fun.
Sure. So the first actionable tip we have for you this week is to merge marketing efforts. Combine the best practices of both entities. So the company you already owned and the company you just bought. Leverage synergies. Oh God, I hate that word.
Sorry, man. Is it vibrant?
Oh God, top 5 hated words in business.
What are the other 3?
I have to think about it.
I hate paradigm.
Yeah. It's not, synergies is pretty bad. Also, synergies is bad when you're not using it ironically. It's pretty terrible. So, on that note, leverage synergies between your existing marketing strategies and those of the newly acquired business. So don't, duplicate efforts. Don't do one thing over here and another thing over there. One of the great things about owning 2 businesses or multiple businesses in general is that you can have one marketing department and they can use their amazing skills on all of your businesses. I know people that have done that.
You probably save money doing that too.
Mm-hmm. You save a lot of money doing it that way.
Yeah, when we have a client that has multiple businesses and we get to market all of them, of course we're going to hook them up with a bit of a loyalty discount because we're awesome. And a lot of marketers are like that. So, economies of scale are a good thing.
And it's also just, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Last episode, Laura talked about that if anybody wants to sell a landscaping business in the Jacksonville, Florida area that has bad marketing, she would love to buy it because also we have vision advertising. And so we could be merging marketing efforts between our company and that company. So, why do things twice? Do it once, do it the right way.
Absolutely. So number 2 is optimizing your marketing mix. So I just said to wait 90 days. During that 90 days, I want you to observe. I want you to take notes. What's working? What's happening? What's working well? Do you have data? Can you actually prove the path to success or the path to failure on things? Once you actually have that, then what you want to do is you want to take the things that are working really well and push the lever and go hard. And then take the things that are in that 20 to 50% of money being pissed away and get rid of them.
Yep.
Chances are, I hate saying this because I'm a marketer, but a lot of marketers do not have an excellent reputation. And there's a reason for it. It's because they're more concerned with them making money than you making money. So if you buy a business that was victimized by a marketer like that, there's a really good chance that they're pissing away a lot of money. After 90 days, you should know what they're pissing away their money on and get rid of that. Now, there's a caveat to this. There are programs that are very long-term, like blogging, for example. That's a great SEO strategy. Does it work? Yes. Does it work well? Absolutely. Does it work quickly? Nope. Not even a little. That's one of those things, think about like advertising, like plastic surgery. You want to look good fast, go get plastic surgery. It's a shortcut. But if you want to look good and you want to look good and really earn it, then you're going to go to the gym. The first day you go, you're going to see results? No, you're not. You're probably going to go for a year or two or whatever before you actually start to see the results and be like, yeah, but then they start to compound. The more you do it, the better it gets. And then before you know it, you're fit as hell. So your marketing and your SEO can be just like that. So when you are cutting your underperforming ones, make sure that you're not cutting a program that hasn't started to pay off yet, because it is a long-term program that is not designed to pay off yet.
Yep.
Julia's nodding like you're in the front row of my church. Preach!
Preach. I love it. Number 3, leverage new customer insights. Oh, data. I love data. I got nerdy in the last episode.
Yep.
I love data. So utilize the newly acquired business's customer data to enhance customer profiles and personalize marketing efforts. What else can you be doing to speak directly to that client, to that customer? How else can you be trying to personalize your outreach efforts? What parts of the data haven't been really like pulled apart, and what, juicy little details are there that you haven't, or they haven't realized previously, that is a place where you can grow, a place where you could be personalizing things in additional ways.
Well, and here's how you do this. You go back to those episodes where we talked about avatar stuff, and you learn about how to actually figure out who your ideal customers are. So instead of just being like, oh yeah, these are women in their 50s, can you narrow that down a bit? Like, figure out who your ideal customers are and then personalize the marketing efforts to those avatar, ideal customer profile / avatar. That makes such a huge difference. It also makes your marketing cost less and perform better.
I think it's episodes 9 through 12. I don't know why I know that. Don't ask me, but yeah.
I'm alarmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what I had for breakfast. Anywho, let's talk about number 4. You want to cross promote. So if you have, let's say this is, a vertical acquisition for you, and it is kind of in the zone of something you already do. We talked about this in the last episode. You can cross promote, you can cross market. It's a really, really important thing. But again, think about your avatar. Think about who they are. Think about what they're already buying. Leverage the know, like, and trust, and see what you can do to capitalize and really take advantage of a lot of these different things that are really advantageous to you. Honestly, cross-selling, upselling, it's the easiest marketing you'll ever do.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. Half the time it's free. Just takes a little bit of elbow grease. Just get on the phone, call these people.
People are already bought in. So
yeah, for sure. And if you have like a one-to-many model where you sell a product that's like very low cost, but you sell it in volume, develop an email campaign where you can start cross-promoting that way, because if, getting on the phone makes no sense. So it all depends on your price points, of course, but you want to cross-promote. The whole point of it is maximizing market penetration.
So really what you're saying is send out a lot of the Burger King crowns.
You could. So let's talk about number 5.
Number 5, focus on brand consolidation. If applicable, develop a plan to consolidate the brands under a unified message that aligns with the new business objectives and market positioning. Obviously, this is not for all acquisitions. This is not always the case. If, Walmart bought Burger King, I don't think they would be under the same.
Amazon bought Whole Foods and they didn't consolidate.
Correct.
This is like horizontal acquisitions, like if Vision Advertising were to buy another marketing company.
Correct. Right. Exactly. Like a car dealership buys another car dealership, and you're already in the same lane. So be more effective and efficient.
Yep.
But this is obviously, like I was saying, not always the case. But if it is, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier in terms of optimization of the marketing mix and figuring out what you could be doing once instead of twice. Where can you be more efficient and more effective in your efforts if you're consolidating?
Absolutely. Interestingly enough, that same client that I was talking to earlier today about the business that they're buying, it's acquiring a business type that they already own one of.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was asking me like, hey, do do we like rebrand this? Like, what do we do? I'm like, no, you wait 90 days and do nothing. And he's like, oh, I get to do nothing? That sounds wonderful. I'm like, yeah, just eyes and ears open and mouth shut and fingers off the trigger. Like, don't do anything.
Right.
But then after you've done your whole 90-day like observation period, that's when you can think about brand consolidation, because hopefully you will deeply understand your ideal customer profile at a really crazy detailed level. And then you can actually determine and answer correctly, is brand consolidation a good idea? And if it is, what's the best way to do it?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things start with the avatar. I keep, talking about that. And I mean, what is this, episode 55? In a lot of these episodes, we've talked about the avatar. Well, it's because your business is all about your customer. We often make the mistake of making our businesses all about us.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all about us. It's not what you want. It's not what you like. It's about what your customers want and like. And the people who get that are rich. The people who don't, they struggle. And I hate to see people struggle. So make it about them. Everything you do is about them, which is why I advise sitting back 90 days, just observe and learn how to own that business.
We had a previous episode where we talked about speaking the language of your avatar. And this really plays into that, because you're not selling to yourself. You're not marketing to yourself. You're marketing to that avatar, which is almost always different than you, whether it's geographically or financially or a lot of different things. Remember that you're speaking their language, not your own.
Yep, absolutely. There's so much to this, but like, seriously, go back to the episodes where we talk about avatar stuff. It's like, it really is the center of everything. If you're listening to this show before you've even started a company, start with the avatar, because that's how you will see the greatest success for yourself, is in taking everything you do and building for a specific person.
Mm-hmm.
So all that in mind, we can put a bow on this episode. Thanks for listening. By the way, if you have questions or things that are bugging you in your business, we'd really like to know what's going on. Either we can help you, or we can actually create an episode all about it, and depending on what it is. If you head to vision-advertising.com, go to the contact page, there's actually a podcast idea form. Just on the contact form, you can just tell us what you want to know about. We would love to do an episode just for you, and we'll give you a shout out too. So there's that, but also let us know if you want some help with your marketing, if you want someone to evaluate a business that you've just bought and help you figure out how to develop a marketing plan, or if you'd like some help getting your business ready to sell in the next 3 to 5 years, or how to just work less and enjoy your life more, we can help you do those things as well. Marketing is really powerful. It's not an afterthought. It's the first thought. So all that in mind, thank you for joining Julia and myself. Like, subscribe, rate, and review, and we will see you in the next episode.